Hi there, YouTubers. Welcome to Freaking Jeep. My name's John. I appreciate you coming by. Been busy. I don't know where my time goes. Probably play on YouTube too much. Anyhow, I got to put a special thanks out to a YouTuber that said when he had the grubs in his yard, he put down grub repellent or something like that. Something that kills them. And he said he went out there and they were everywhere. So you couldn't take a step without stepping on one. So we went into town yesterday and got some kind of stuff to put down to take care of grubs and milky spore. I don't know what the other was. Walked out this morning and that guy was right. Now, I don't remember who you are, because you know I don't remember anybody any other time. There were hundreds of them out there. So the wife was afraid that the animals, birds and stuff, would get them. And whatever these grubs got on, I don't know, would hurt them. So we probably spent an hour. Both of us had a quart jar and a spoon picking up these. They're big. They're about that long. They're probably size of your little finger. You know, they're big. I forget. I think they come from a brown beetle or something like that. That's probably about 3/4 of an inch long. I don't know. Hundreds of them. So we did all that. So then after we finished that, washed up and all that kind of stuff, we kind of were interested in the chemical that was there, and it seems like it's not a good one to have around. But you had to water it, so we're watering the lawn again to make it go down in. It's a contact killer as opposed to the eat it, ingest it killer. Don't know much more about that than that. Anyhow, so then we had to go up to Frederick. That's always a 2.5 hour, 3 hour trip. So we went up there to take care of my parents' headstones for their grave. Got all that in motion. Then got home and she wanted to do apple cider. We didn't finish up apple cider. Well, we probably didn't get home till 3. Finished it up probably at 6, ate dinner, and now it's 7 o'clock and I still don't have that log on the sawmill. So that's my goal, is to get that log on a sawmill. I might bring you along for some of the antics. It should be nice and dry now. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not going to be anywhere near as slippery as it was. I didn't check it for metal. I forgot to. I know I should do that because it's got a big bulge in it down there. I better go up and get the metal detector, because as soon as I don't do that, it's getting dark. It's after 7 now probably. If I don't do that, I might really be upset. And I think I got to get my chainsaw and clean up that other end down there. So I always forget something. We'll be back in a little bit. We'll see you. Well, I know it's getting dark and you guys are going to have a hard time seeing this. It's either going to go on nice or not go on nice. I've got the track strapped down there. I got the last head block tied off, because if you run them out too far, they go over the back. So if this rolls down out of control and hits that back, it might knock that last head block, because it won't have the weight of the log on the beds, might knock it down. So anyhow, this is kind of something. And then we're going to do some of the show again and some of that loading the log again and that kind of stuff. I got it lined up. That end's the fast end, so it's going to want to move up the track at an angle. It's a pretty nice log. I ran over the metal detector. I'll show you some other stuff. It's rolling pretty nice. Roll into that block. I probably did. No, a little chilly out here. So I got me a coat on. That's not too bad so far. Every now and then a blind squirrel gets a nut, guys. That's pretty good. That's a happy log. And I like to cut that off there first anyway. The only problem is it needs to go back in a little further. I don't think that'll be too much of a problem. Hey, he says. There it goes. And it's still a happy happy log. Now I can reseat these heads back a little bit further. I gotta get behind the bed. This thing's sticking out. Doesn't matter if it sticks out. That'd be the first thing you cut anyway. We'll go back a little bit and see if we can't, I like it to go back just another inch or so. Well, that isn't how I wanted it to go back. I was hoping it would jump back. Oh, that arm just doesn't work anymore, guys. That side went pretty reasonable. Yeah, it wants to roll. But like I said, I like to have that knot on the first part. So let me think about this. It would probably catch it there. Oh, I'd sure like to go back another inch. Well, I'll give it another gusto. And wants to roll. Guess what? We're going to leave it where it's at. It's pretty happy. Happy pappy log. Now if I can get up there and put the dogs on. I think I'll put the back dog on first. I'll measure the back of it. I don't know how wide it is. I did run the metal detector over the over that hump, over the whole thing. I didn't find anything. Right now we're sitting at 27 inches. Can't really get it up here. Probably around 30. So I'm going to dog this end in. That's not against the thing there. No, it's got that's probably why I was having the problem. The thing was there. I don't want to bring it up tight. There, it's tight. That's about all this saw wants as far as diameter and log. I'm about maxed out on the I think it's twisting. I can't see it, but I can feel it. And up here, I guess you're seeing up here, I hope you're seeing up there at the front of that, in a little bit of light that you got left. I got plenty of light here. They're calling for rain tomorrow. You're talking about bad timing. We could have done the apples tomorrow because we were inside the whole time. Oh, we got to do the apples. We got to do the apples. We got to do the apples. Guess what? Now I'm playing this. I don't know whether I want to do that or not. Let me get back and look at it a little bit further away. I don't really think I need to do that. And now that I got it there, I might leave it there. It's got a little bow to it, guys. That's what, and that somehow this bump is making a bow. I think I'll take that back out and see if I can't shove it in. I think it'll go back in. Take a little nip out of it. Take the slop out of it. This is up here, buddy. This is nosebleed section. There we go. Now, undo the strap. And I think, because it's going to rain, I'll bring it over here. If it wasn't, I would leave it there. Get too dark for you guys. A little dark to saw. I'll just wait till tomorrow. So she's in place. If it rains on it, it'll just rinse it off more. Rinse some of the sawdust off more. I got a bunch of stuff I got to get away, put away because of the rain coming in. That's a good log. I forget what I just measured it at, but it was pretty big. Now my magic number is actually 2 inches higher than that you can't see, or you can't see it in the screen. That says 21.4. It's actually 23.4 because I put a new blade on there a couple years back, and the ladder that I used to get up to here, I don't have it here anymore. So anyhow, that's about it for here tonight. If it doesn't rain, I want to get that sawed before the Hope event. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming along, and a little bit every day, like Russ says. A little bit of trim work. Couple more down there. We'll be back in a bit. Computer set works again. Probably get the yellow laser too. Oh, they're gonna flip her. That's a heavy little piece of wood. I think you're going to get a boom. That should be a good boom. There you go. Every sawmill's got to have a boom. All right, I got to get back to work. They're changing the computer set works. Well, here's the next to the next one I'm going for is that one right there. cleanup to do now. How you doing, kids? I guess you saw that. Oh, it didn't take as long as I thought. I was afraid if I put that window on this side, it was just going to vloop, vloop, and off the other side. It's just barely in there, but like I said, I'm only going a mile, so I think that'd be good. I'm going to tie everything down, pull up the upriggers, and be back in a little bit.